Fatality.
Hello everyone, how are we? Hope you're okay. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another GT7 stream. Indian Sig, thank you very much for the gifted membership, you legend. Appreciate all the support you do with them gifted, man. Absolute legend. Chat, you know what to do. Big thumbs up on legend right there for Indian Stig. Absolute amazing, mate. Appreciate that right at the start of the stream. Legend. Alright, I've got to get this on. I'm aching, chat. I did my shoulders in the gym yesterday. A bit sore. I feel like now that my arms are starting to feel a bit better, I'm able to go a bit heavier on weights. Fucking hurt. Like, not hurt, but you know when they're achy. Loosen them up. Right, what are we doing here? We're going to go into... Right, chat, there's different options here. Like, we can't really practice race conditions in lobby. So, my thoughts were, run a time trial right through to the rain to show you, so people can see how wet it gets, maybe. Just to give a rough idea to people, so they understand. Patrick as well, thank you very much for the gifted as well. Another legend there with the gifted memberships. Thank you so much for the support you give us there, Patrick. Another thumbs up on legend shout out there for Patrick, please. Thank you for doing that, Patrick legend. You know what to do, chat. Thumbs up on legend mode for Patrick as well, please. Or I need me watch. Where's me watch? There's me watch. I need to I just twisted my knee. Oh, that's not good. I forgot about my knee for a second. Twisted funny. Oh, that was a bit sore. I need to go to the shop after as well and buy a I need to buy a USB-C lead for an Apple iPhone. I can't. My dad's got all his radio stations set up, and like he doesn't like. I can't mess with them because he'd have kittens if he'd literally go crazy if he's got all his old radio stations, and I can't listen to his radio that he has on in there. So I need to get the lead so that I can have my Apple CarPlay on. I can't listen to some of the radio stations he has on in there. What is it? What's that radio station he has on in there mainly? Magic? Smooth Magic, is it? Or something like that? Oh, fuck off. Can't be having that shit on. Sorry. But, yeah. What are we going to do here, chat? Right. The options are, we go into time trial. We jump in. And we do, like, a rate, like, up till the wet. And see how wet it gets. Like, we'll do like up to like what, lap 20-ish, lap 21, and like try the inters, and then we do the same thing again, but then we try the full wets and we see how they feel in comparison. Or we do a lobby, but we can only do dry weather. We can only, and it's not the right settings, it's wrong. I feel like lobby practice isn't the way to go for this. I really don't think it's a good idea. I think if we practice in a lobby, we're not getting the right feel of it. I think the best way to do this is time trial. That's my initial take. Did you like Fallout's really good, isn't it? It's a brilliant TV series. That I enjoyed it. Really enjoyed that Fallout series. Hopefully the next one's not too long away. Hopefully it isn't too long anyway. Looking for me water. Right. By the way, thank you all for coming in. Don't forget to get that early like in there. It all helps us out massively. So yeah, smash that like, subscribe if you haven't done so. All right. Sip of that. Let's have a little look at the I only did a few laps on that the other day, didn't I? 59. We can definitely go quicker than that. Oh. What's the Fillion on a... Yeah, the BMW will probably be strong for the race. Mercedes, I did say it, didn't I? Mercedes is number one. Mercedes did look very quick though yesterday. I think Mercedes is going to be the best car, but there is other cars that are pretty close as well, isn't there? Porsche's down there, but the Mercedes, Lambo, Audi, Vantage, so Aston Martin. all looking a little bit stronger. NSX is up there. Obviously, NSX will be quick though, but that's probably Gallo, isn't it? You're right, Epic Player. How are we, man? Right, chat. What do we do? This is the question. Like, we can't. The problem is we can't get the wet weather unless we try and get wet weather in a lobby, but try and create it so it's. I don't know how to do it. Like, so it's wet but not too wet. Try and get some weather to hit, but without it being too wet. Maybe we could do that. We can maybe try it and see how it goes. There is a ring above your head. Not saying you're an angel, but cupboard door open. Nah, it's not open. It's only open a little bit. It's because my trainers are there. Epic Player, thank you for the 10 months, legend. Appreciate the support for 10 months at mid-tier, legend. You know what to do, chat. Thumbs up and legend emote there for Epic Player 1, please. See, look, watch. It's only it's just my trainers stuck behind the door. There you go. Don't know if that's made any difference. Don't know if it's done anything, but the trainers are just leaving the door open slightly. Oh yeah, I need to check that livery out. IS Designs. Let's have a little look at that now. I'll search for that now. Let's do that before we jump in. Maybe we'll do a lobby chat and we'll just try and get some wet weather with some custom weather settings. If the wind direction's wrong, it doesn't matter. It's more about trying to get the feel of the wet weather. So we'll maybe do that. Have a look. Current car. Oh, is it that one? Oh, that's nice. Have a little. Let's add that to the collection. Got another one there as well. Back to the collection. Hey, they're very similar. Very similar, aren't they? In the way that they've been. Do you know what I mean? They look the way the pattern on them. Quite a similar design. Got a few different ones on here. That's an old one, that isn't it? It's an old one. Yeah, they're the older ones then, I think, down there. Right, let's go and have a little look and see what it looks like on. Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? A little Does it have my logo on, or does it not have the logo on there? I'm trying to see. I can't. I'm not sure if it's been uploaded or not. I know that some people have managed to use my logo, but I'll put it on for the practice. I think for the actual race when we do it, we'll probably run the one with the logo on, just because it's got the YouTube logo on, hasn't it? But I like how glossy it is. I like how glossy it is. I like it when the cars like gleam like that. Morning, Gary. The knee, I don't know. It's all right. I just twisted it then when I sat up, but I think it's a bit better than yesterday. Anyway, hopefully it is. Anyway, right. Let's try and get some wet weather in the lobby chat. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can manage to get some form of wet weather into a lobby settings. It doesn't really matter if it's not replicating the actual weather. It's just to get an idea of how it drives in the wet, isn't it? So probably the best way to do it. Let's see what we can do. It means then you lot can jump in as well then, rather than just driving around on my own. I can do that separately. Let me just load up them settings and then I'll change it. So we'll do like 12 lap, but we'll do custom weather. And we'll put we put all the settings at R04 and see if it rains. It's not necessarily gonna rain, but you never know. Patrick, thank you for the 1.5 years of support, legend. Who's your favourite Fallout character, man? The Ghoul. Yeah, the Ghoul is on the actual series. I don't know any of the characters from the games, but from the TV series, the Ghoul is quite a good character. But I quite like her though. You know, I think she's quite good in it. The female character. Don't know her name in real life. But yeah, I think she's quite good. Right, we'll try that and see what happens, chat. I think we'll give it a go. No, Damien. Hence why this is called GTWS Series Practice. Alright, we'll put that on ×1. Let me just check let me just check this setting for this. Right there. Right. Remember A+ and A only, chat? Yeah, I don't care what votes are, chat. Sorry, but like, just understand, there's a reason why I've called it GTWS Series Practice, chat. We're not doing dailies, chat. We're practicing this, so... This race has got some variable weather in. I want to get comfortable with that variable weather. So, yeah, we're not doing dailies. You can vote all you want. we're doing this. Right, feel free to jump in, chat. If you're A+ or A, we'll try and just get some used to see if we can get some weather in there and just get used to driving on the inters. Yeah, yes. I'll have a little look and see what the weather's doing here, just to see. We might need to... It's going to miss, I think. I think it's going to miss, but I tell you what, let's just drive it and see. Because that might be quite good practice if it starts raining. It might be... why is that not zooming in? There you go. Oh, it's already wet. Okay, I didn't even see that. It's already wet. It must have already had a bit of rain. It's intermediates there already. I don't think it's going to rain any more than that, though. Hopefully it rains a bit more so that we can get it to the right level of rain for the race. It might rain a little bit more. Like the weather now is fairly similar to how it'll be in the racing home when it rains, because it goes quite overcast like this. Anyone over 12? I would say the majority of the people in the chat, Damien. I'd say the majority of the people in the chat are probably over 20, mate. Either way, more people on our channel are older, Martin. Most people in our chat are generally a little bit older than that in general. No matter what time of the day it is, because our channel's not really aimed at, it's more aimed at the adults, isn't it? So apart from Pio, like obviously we have Pio in here, but yeah, we have to make exceptions every now and then. Need it to rain a bit so that it Right, there is more rain coming here, but the tire it'll be interesting because the tires will be a bit dead by the time that hits. Might be worth sticking with these settings that we've got here, though, you know, just so that it goes gradually wetter, because it looks like it's going to go gradually wetter, and you. A sprinkle on spoon. Oh, you can't push that much. How did that grip up there? It's not going to be wet enough, is it? It's gonna go wet but then dry out. I mean, we might get a couple of laps of wet practice and then no, that's it, gone. Any more rain anywhere? It's not enough. It's annoying because it's so hard to get the settings right. Will there be swear words? It's an adult channel, so very possible, very possible. Especially if Pio's here, it tends to bring it out in me. No, we can't bleep out. Yeah, there's no bleeping out of swear words. Oh God, got dirty tires. I see these settings, you can't get it right, chap, because it needs to go wetter than that. It's so annoying. And that's it, that's the rain. That's all the rain we're gonna get, I think. It needs to go wetter. I need to redo the lobby to try and get more rain. We'll have to redo it. We need to reset it up because that's gone now. That's it. That's the rain for the session, which isn't enough. I thought you were being sarcastic then, you know. How the hell do we get this? Let's just see if there's any coming in, if it's just like at a distance. I feel like that weather definitely didn't hit the track. No, nothing. Nothing. Right, I think we need to try and get different settings, chat. Them settings are just not right. They're not going to work. This is so awkward trying to do it this way, you know. I feel like there's no way of I just don't think we're going to get the right settings. I feel like the only correct way of doing this is through through a thingy. Through the time trial. Yeah, I agree with Jimmy. I agree with Jimmy. 100%. Don't know about GT2, I'm not sure. I mean, I've just put RO4 for every slot caster. I literally just put RO4 all the way through. But if we put it onto stable, we've already tried it. So we've tried doing preset and then having RO4. It's too light. Then if we do RO4, RO5, it goes too heavy. It goes into the bloom. Yeah, we tried our RO5 was into the blue a bit, like for the whole, like if you have preset. I mean, we could try this on RO5, but maybe reset it up with RO5 and see what happens. I'd have to redo the lobby though, because otherwise it just does the same weather again, because they still haven't fixed the bug where once you've got this weather, if you try and do a new setting, it just keeps the same weather. They haven't it's a bug. They haven't fixed it yet. They probably never will either. Yeah, let's try. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let me come out of here. Let's redo the lobby. We'll redo it, and I'll do maybe start at RO3, then RO4, and then RO5, and then let it drop off at the end. Maybe we'll see if we can somehow do that, just to get some weather. So, right, create a lobby. We need it to rain, so what we want, we'll even do, because it's gonna be 12. Let's do that, and then we'll do right, so start at RO3, then we'll do that's not right, sorry. We'll start RO3, then RO4, then RO5, RO5, and then we'll drop it off at the end here. RO3, and then RO1 at the end. Just save that. We'll overwrite. No. Yeah. Wet. Okay. See what happens. I don't care about the wind direction. I'm not bothered about that at all. I only care about just trying to get some proper, realistic, wet road testing. Right, again, A+ and A, chat. See what happens with this. Let's see if we can get, like... We need, like, permanent rain in the middle part, really. Let's just... Right, so it's rained again. There's no rain around yet, though. Pain in the arse. Right, let's just go out on the hard tyre and see how long it takes for it to rain. Because it might, if it starts raining, it's not a bad setting to have, because we need it to go from, like, into the rain conditions, really. That'd be ideal, really. Keep an eye on the radar and see if there's any rain coming in. The only problem, because lobbies, chat, we don't have the options that PD have. They have the option to slow the rain down and all this. We don't get any of that. It still baffles me that we don't have the same options that they have. Surely if they've got the ability to do it, it could be easy to implement it for us to be able to do. Like the exact, you know, whatever rain pattern we want, whatever speed of weather we want. All the, even like the downforce settings for the loss of aero and slipstream, they have the option to change it. I wish we had that option as well. Just see if there's any rain at all coming. I know what'll happen, there'll be just no rain at all, it'll just stay dry. The leather on the rear, it's not real leather, it's vegan leather. It's like, it's quite hard wearing. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you could do that I think they could implement, because if they've got the ability to do it, then it can't be that hard just to open it up for everyone, because they can do it on their developer version. It's like it is a bit annoying that they don't give us the ability to change what they can change. Because, or like we've said about 1,000 times, chat. Just imagine an option in the time trial section where you click save settings and you get to practice the race settings. Like, it can't be that hard to implement that somehow. Like, just oh shit, don't go on the curbs. Yeah, just some sort of option just so you can save the settings and race it. Surely it would make sense. Halfway reminder. Halfway to what, though? That's what Gary wants to know. Yeah, we're at the 30-minute mark, chat. Let's see if we can get them likes in. Probably nowhere near 100 because we've only got 115 people in, but if you haven't smashed that like, it's a big help, chat. Grip feels awful in here. Like, no grip at all. Come on, is it gonna rain or not? There's no rain on the radar at all here. We literally put light rain into heavy rain, and at the moment, nothing. We already know it is a carbon copy, Invictus. We already know that. That's known. There's some rain coming up now, which might be handy. At least we'll have to go from dries to wet, so with that, I suppose. The grip when it's cloudy like this, chat, is terrible. Compared to the time trial, there's no grip here at the moment. So I do wonder if, like, because we know that the race will go a bit like this. Yeah, it's 100% going to rain. It's going to rain, Amenti. Do you not remember the Suzuka race? We linked it in the stream last night if you want to see what happens with the weather. So it rains around the lap 10 and 11, but you pit lap 12. You can go lap 13, but you can lose time on Spoon if you do that, because it rains on Spoon corner first. So if you risk going 13 laps, you might make it and gain time, but there's a high percentage chance you'll lose time with the rain on Spoon. So you pit around lap 12. Gary, thank you for the gifted, legend. Smash that legend right there for Gary as well for the support on the channel. Appreciate it, Gary. Legend. Yeah, I did lap 13 last time, but it was too late. I got there too late. It was too wet in Spoon Corner, and I lost so much time. And Tomic's got like 6-7 seconds undercut on me. Yeah, it dries out towards the end, yeah. We're just trying to get some, like, weather in this. At the moment, it's not playing ball. It's doing me head in, actually. Gary's got rid of that before Pio runs out. I know what your plan is there, Gary. I'm with you. Gary was like, right, I'm going to get rid of this gifted. We've done R05, Lewis, mate. We've done it. Gary's literally been like, right, I'm going to get this sim gifted out before Pio runs out of his membership. Nah, you pitted lap 12, didn't you, Antomics? I'm sure you pitted lap 12 last time, and I pitted lap 13. Have a look on the footage. You might want to look at the footage. You might be right, actually. I don't know. All I know is I went one lap more than Antomics, and I suffered on Spoon massively. It'll be on that video. Yeah, but isn't lap 11 too soon? I think lap 12's the best way, isn't it? I'm sure lap 12's the way to do it. Yeah, you can't do lap 13. I'm pretty sure it's lap 12 or 11. To be fair, I think there's a... Do you know what I think, chat? I have a theory on this, why everyone's saying different. So, I have a theory that the weather wasn't always identical. Because I noticed one of the lower ranked lobbies, right? One of the lower ranked lobbies had a really competitive finishing time, but they were lapping... They weren't lapping very quick. Like, when it was dry, they weren't lapping quick at all. So I have a theory that, you know, at the start when you load in the session and the race starts, sometimes I don't know if there's any like loading issues before it starts, and the time of the rain hitting is different in lobbies because of like, I don't know, like disconnections or people's connections getting into the race and stuff like that, because it didn't seem the same exactly in terms of time that it hit based on the race you're in. It seemed slightly off depending on different lobbies and stuff, because there was people doing like what, like 6 tenths, 7 tenths a lap slower, but their overall finishing time only ended like 3 seconds slower, which made no sense because they were like nearly a second a lap slower over 35 laps. Should be like 25 seconds. So I do think there is a bit of a sometimes a delay in the settings when you like, if someone gets like a dodgy connection while it's loading in or something like that, it can cause the weather to move slightly. That's what I presume happens anyway. That was a different bug that demolish. I think that's a totally different bug, that one. That should have been resolved now. Well, it's not been resolved in lobbies. It still happens in lobbies, but so this rain's nothing. No rain. I've literally got this set up. Bizarre. Like the most bizarre. It's not going to work, chat. Look. Explain to me how that weather equals this. I've got this weather set up as that, chat. R03 to start with, then 4, then 5, 5, and then 3 and 1. And according to that, it's just dry the whole race. See you later, SDS. This is basically impossible to set up, isn't it? Yeah, maybe start with R05. Maybe just start with R05, but the only thing for that is I have to redo the lobby again. I'll save that anyway, just so that, because if we, even no matter what you change, there's a bug with the game. No matter what you change, if you change it again in there, it won't register the change. It'll just have the same weather pattern again if we do it from there. So, right. Should we try that? What do you reckon to that, chat? Yeah, true meta, yeah. They should have gave us control over that, really. It would have made sense, wouldn't it? So did you pit lap 12, Antomix, or lap 11? I think you might have pit lap 11, and I pitted 12, and I nearly got caught out with it, possibly. What do we reckon to that, chat? 4, 5, 5, 5, 3, 1. Oh, I pitted 13, did I? I nearly made it lap 13, though, didn't I? I was close. It was very close to making it. I think if I would have been 5 seconds further up the road or something like that, it would have been fine. But it just hit a point where it was just too wet in that corner. Let's just save that. We'll try this, chat. I might have to just keep reloading it up until we get a session that's going to work. I think lap 13 is optimal if you're fast enough to get round the track and at the point where it's not too wet. But you have to be really quick to do that. Yeah, that's the issue. If you're not quick enough to get to the drier part of Spoon, you're dead. Yeah, I didn't go off track when I did it. I just took it really slow and lost like 3 or 4 seconds to Antomix. So it's wet now already, but there is weather coming in. I think. I swear they program it just to avoid the track. That's what it feels like. Surely that rain's gonna hit. That might work. This one might work. Because it looks like it's gonna go wet. Yeah, this should work, chat. I think we've got it here. I can try inters and try full wets in this one as well. We can do it twice. Because it's gonna get wet. Is it? I can't tell because it seems to be going at an angle. I think it's gonna miss. It's gonna miss, isn't it? Is it coming across that weather, or is it going up as well? I think I'll go lap 12 and take a safety route. I did delete some people Twitchy the other day. You obviously weren't in the stream. You've got to be watching more. I'll do it another time again. Just seeing what this weather's doing here. Trying to get it to rain. Because it's got the static weather for this race, Ahmed. It will be slow moving. It'll be slow moving and static. It's like that weather. It is like that, but we can't replicate that. That's the problem. I think someone confident in top split could risk it possibly, but it'd be a mass. I think only the top two drive. Yeah, I think you have to qualify in the top two and have a really, really good first stint. Like, you need to be on it every lap to make the lap 13 pit. If you're qualifying anywhere below P5 and or 6 or whatever, and you don't have the greatest stint, then it's not worth risking it, because 5 seconds will make a difference on that spoon corner, because it just gets wet really quick. Yeah, it's static as in static. No, not static. Scripted, not static. Scripted weather. So it's scripted, but it just slow moving, if you know what I mean. Yeah, exactly, Antomics. I'm just seeing if this rain will hit to see whether we keep it on these settings or not. I think it will. A bit like Coronation Street. Yeah, it looks like this will get pretty wet, doesn't it? Looking at this. You're right, Demetrius. If that manages to miss the track, then I'll be amazed, because there's like, look at, there's loads. You got the sun where you are, Gary. There's no sun. It's cloudy in sunny Runcorn is cloudy. It's a cloudy day today. It's just cloudy all day. Saturday, cloudy. I think Sunday's a lovely day though, chap. Sunday looks absolutely lovely here. Right, here comes the rain, and that first bit has missed us. The first bit has missed the track. It's actually fizzled out a bit. Surely this bit's gonna hit. That weather radar's the same, Max, so it doesn't make any difference. The radar in the garage is, you're looking at 16 minutes ago. It's the most irrelevant it's the most irrelevant weather forecast you'll ever see. It's just, there was no point in them doing that in the update. It was just a waste of time. The only benefit of that was for single player, really. Right, so that's going to hit now. Right, let's see how wet it gets. We need it to go up, nearly up to the full wet bar, basically. It is ever so slightly bigger, Maxo, but we don't really need it bigger. We're just looking at the direction, whether it's going to hit or not. This might be all right because it's going to fade off a bit now, and then it's going to hit a bit, and then it's going to fade off a bit. So this might actually work. So let's go and put some inters on. Let's get used to it, and then we'll do a race practice with it. So Let's get some inters on, do a few laps, get ourselves the feel of it. I'll check that it's A+ and A in here as well. Didn't you test out? What do you reckon, Calster, to inters versus wets? Do you think because it dries out slowly that wets might not be the way, because when you'll be on inter conditions for a while? Because I think quite a few laps are on intermediate conditions. Tested them out and found them faster. At Spa, he was on full wets. Wets was safer on the curbs, okay. Jeez. That's the problem I have, I think, is tyre temperature in wet conditions. I struggle to keep any sort of tyre temperature. One thing that I think might help that, though, chat, is pitting that lap earlier. So if you get that half of the track dry on the inters, it might heat the tyres up enough to help you. So that might actually be a play for the race, you know. Because risking lap 13 might not be worth it, because you're then coming out into wet conditions a bit more. If you pit lap 12, half the tracks, the first half of the track is dry, I think, isn't it? So you can warm the inters up on the dry track and then have higher temperatures. It doesn't do it, does it? Does it not warm them up on dry track? No. I thought that would. That makes no sense, does it? You'd think it'd warm them up. What brake bites have I got on here? Jesus. This Porsche is sketchy. Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna go into time trial and do it tonight maybe, and just practice time trial and not do it in here. I'm doing this just to get a feel of how it is in the wet weather, but time trial will be the best way to practice this. We've already said it. It's just that it's a bit boring for you lot watching, isn't it? So I don't really want to sit here while you lot are just watching me drive round. I don't think people would want to watch that. So yeah, this is more about just getting the feel of the track, and then we'll and then we'll run. I might do the time trial in tonight's stream and test it out with wets and sorry, with just inters probably. See how we go. Yeah, at this point now it feels like the line's quicker because it's not raining. This corner's going to be really tricky because the curb's dodgy in the wet there. Oh shit. That won't help. Did I make a video on this? I might have even made a video from the race, you know. I can't remember. Don't know if I did or not. Maybe I didn't. Right, so now this might be quite good for the transition practice as well because it is drying out a bit. So I don't think it slicks yet because offline is too wet. Like if you go slightly deep, it's really wet out here. Look. It is close to slicks, maybe on the next lap. Yeah, that's because it's dry. That's why the car's behind. That's why they haven't fixed lobbies, have they? They've only fixed the drying conditions for the actual races because now the problem is that car behind me has a drier track. He literally has a drier corner, that car that's behind me, so he gains. So it's a bit stupid, isn't it? Like, you could probably try slicks now. Let's go out on slicks and see what happens. See, you wouldn't be doing it like this in the race. This is why this practice might not be the best. I don't know. That'll be a problem. Don't forget to do that chat on the way out. Yeah, this is dry now. It's literally dry around here now. This is the problem why with lobby practice chat. It's not. I don't know if to just do a time trial practice run. Oh shit! See, I tried to widen the line. I tried to widen the line in. Don't do that. You got to stick to the racing line. Yeah, we'll do a little race with these conditions, maybe. It's like a speeded up version of the race. Like a speeding up version. In time trial practice, yeah, it literally replicates the weather, so you can practice it in there. But you'll have no fuel. But it's still going to be better practice than this, I think. But we'll run a race practice here first. We'll get a rough idea. We'll just get a rough idea of the transition phase and that. We're only doing 15 lap race anyway, so. You might not be getting weather then, Tanker. GT2 might not have weather in their race, I don't know. I don't know about that. It might only be GT1 race that has weather. It'll be intermediates, John. It'll be intermediates because it's slower drying and it'll be intermediate conditions for a while. It's going to be intermediate conditions. Wets might be safer. Wets might be a bit safer, but inters will be a bit better, I think. That's the dodgy part, it's the curbs. It's complete dry now, literally, isn't it? It's like a slightly wet off line. Yeah, you know, it takes about 22 minutes before it starts getting any rain on the track, doesn't it? You have to wait in there for ages. It's very slow moving. Like you have to wait 20. You have to do basically 10 laps, 11 laps, something like that, before you'll get any rain. So it might just be that you didn't stay in there long enough. Yeah, you can't restart your laps, obviously, because if you restart your lap, that restarts the weather, chap. So if you do a lap and make a mistake and press restart, that resets the weather. So you have to just keep driving around. You can't restart a lap. So yeah, remember that, like Atomic said there. Right, let's start a race then. Right, I don't know what the qualifying conditions are. I can't remember what the settings are. 1 minute. How's it gonna be? What we got qualifying on? I don't know whether it's dry, the quali site. I'll put the dry tires on just in case. No worries, Martin, man. Yeah, I'm on about in here, Meta. I'm on about in this lobby. In the real qualifying, it's dry, no issues at all. But I don't know about this. I don't know how it will be with this race. Yeah, the wind picks up massively before the wind picks up massively, doesn't it, before it starts raining? Right, let's start this anyway. Did I check the lobby? Oh crap, I didn't check if it was all A plus and A. I forgot to check. Oh well. If you're not A plus or A, I think you best go to the back to make sure you're at the back so you don't interrupt people's laps. Tires will be cold, won't they? This is irrelevant for the actual qualifying, chat. This is just to determine the grid for the race, because the real qualifying will be dry. Yeah, I might just go to... the grip seems to be there already, though, you know. It seems to be building, the grip. It's coming. The grip's coming, you can feel it. But what I might do... is I know what I think I'll do. Might be traffic though if I do that, actually. It might not be a good idea. Might be too much traffic. Right, this is dodgy. How much grip are we gonna have? Not much grip, I'll tell you that. Oh God. Yeah, it's way off base, but cars behind, they're gonna have way more grip than what I've got, just the way it is, because all that track will be drying up behind us, chat. So we'll probably start at the back here, but it doesn't matter because the rain will be in anyway. Because unfortunately in lobbies, it still has that weird bug where the track will be massively drier behind with the cars and drying out track. Right, we'll go for another one. That was slow. Yeah, we'll have a drier start, true. So we got more grip this time, you can feel it already. So they'll have even more grip behind us. Is it raining a bit here? Here it is. It's starting to rain. Ah, you little bitch. Practice for spoon corner on the dry tyres. We've lost too much. It'll be too wet here as well. Au revoir. Alright, no one's improving, are they? Yeah, you are quick in the wet though, Calster, but yeah, I don't. You're struggling top split against all them people that are like Gallo will be in the NSX, Constance in the McLaren. Yeah, it will be hard with the MR. All the people that are really good in the wet with the MR cars will be flying. You read that the bonnet view is best? Don't believe everything you read. So there is no best view, mate. It's down to personal preference. It's personal preference of view, how fast. Like, pure personal preference, Paul. This is obviously a tricky start, isn't it? Because do you gotta go inters, haven't you? Cockpit view is not the best though. That's one view you don't really want to use in this game. Cockpit view will just slow you down. Yeah, sorry. Right, I'm so sorry about this, chat, but should I do I leave them in because they qualified, or should I get rid? This is supposed to be A+ and A only, but people don't read the title. To be fair, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Yeah, we'll leave him in for the race. Lewis needs someone to beat. I'm only joking, Lewis. I'm only joking, Lewis. Right, let's start. Let's start. Let's see what happens. I'm going to start on the inters. Hold that L, Lewis. Savagery. Lewis will probably beat me anyway in the wet, I think. You're on a controller, aren't you, Lewis? So in wet conditions, the controller's very, very strong. So yeah, I'm shit in the wet. I can't get any temperatures. Oh no, get out. There's a wasp in here.
Ow, I fell.
Sorry, there was a wasp in the bedroom. True, Atomics. Auto drive would probably drive you in a straight line better, though. Oh, savagery today's chat. Savagery today. Oh dear. Yeah. Funny. I uploaded another clip. I uploaded the clip from your chase camera. Like, I'm not having that. Right, start focusing now. Yeah, 35 laps tomorrow. It's a long one, chat. It's a long one. The tires are gonna be wrecked, aren't they, by the time I... It's going to be a good race, I think. Like, we all know the strategies, so there shouldn't be people getting caught out, should there? Like, there shouldn't be anyone getting caught out by anything. It's going to be a tough day, though, chat, because you're going to have, like, you're going into constant races, and so I might not do... Tonight, we might just do another chill. Do you know what I mean? Because... you're going to do an hour and a half of racing, 10-minute break, hour and a half of racing, 10-minute break, another light possible, depending on if you get the result or not. I really hope tomorrow is a day where I can get the result first race, because it's going to be very tiring, very tiring. I like Spa. I like Spa and Suzuka. Atomics can stay away from me. I'm only joking. Only joking, Atomics. I don't think I'll be in his lobby. I think my pace is alright here, though. Like, we weren't far. Like last night, we were doing only a tenth of a second off Maxo's pace. We were doing mid 206s, well, 206.6, 206. Sorry, 2 minutes 0.6, 2 minutes 0.7 in the race pace. In the dry, not too bad with full fuel. Tires are going to be cabbage. We probably should have started on the hard tires. Here's the rain now anyway. Come on, rain. Wet this track up a little bit. BMW and Mercedes are going to be very, very strong here. Very, very strong. Porsche should be good though. Should be good. I'm sure we can get a result in the Porsche. Lewis is going for the dry tires. Ooh, get off there. Yeah, he's going for fresh inters. Might work. In the way these lobbies work, chat, probably will. But in the real race, you wouldn't do that. Just so you know. Oh, God. Oh, he's off. There's the rain going now. It'll be dry tires in a minute. I'm not even messing. Look how quickly this track dries up in lobbies, chat. It's stupid. Why can we not have the real settings? Like, it's so annoying. This is when you stop using the wet line, just start using the dry line now. Porsche feels very good in these like changeable conditions. So it feels better than the McLaren did, I think. From my experience of driving the McLaren, this feels a little bit more comfortable with changeable conditions. You could risk it, or you could do one more for safety. I'll do one more for safety. Got onto the wet part there. Look how close Lewis is as well. That's how glitchy these lobbies are. You can't, this is why you can't really do proper league racing with dynamic weather on this game, because it's just way too glitchy. Like, how quick Lewis has caught up there just because of doing that weird strategy. went in the grass, the water again. Dry tires are going to be tricky in these conditions. Running wide. Definitely pit this lap. These are my weak conditions now. This is where I'm not very good, chat. This is what I need to work on. When the track's like this, I've just got no pace. Yeah, it will. aggressive can we go here? This is the risky one. Whoa, it's risky on the curbs. Oh God. Very hard when you're following to not understeer. Just in case, I haven't checked the weather for the end, have we? You never know. Oh, look at that. That'd be dead. That would be dead in the race because your race would be over. That's how easy it is. That's how easy it is, though. The curbs. That's how easy it's going to be. They're just instant. Hard when following, though. I will say that that's going to be tricky tomorrow because you understeer so much. You get on the curbs more. If you're in the lead, you've definitely got an advantage of just no one in front, keep the smooth lines, makes it a lot harder for the car behind. No, Turismo, rain's fixed. This is lobbies. Lobbies it's broken. So in lobbies it's broken, but in the actual race it'll be fixed. I still don't think it's as bad as it used to be in the lobby, so I don't know if they've altered something because it doesn't feel as drastic as it used to be. But, yeah, the actual race will be fine. Visually, though, look how good it looks there. Just look at that there with the drying line. It does visually look amazing, doesn't it? Nah, the Porsche's quicker than the Peugeot out of slow corner exits, Martin. The Porsche's quicker out of slow corners. It's just you can't get on the throttle as aggressively because you got that understeer. But yeah, the Porsche is definitely quicker out of the exits. I think if he wasn't there, I could have gone quicker. If he wasn't in my, like, if I wasn't following him on there, probably would have gone a few tenths quicker a lap, I think. But it's like, it's a very difficult track, this one, when you're following through the middle sector. Especially with a wet track on the curbs, because, yeah, you touch a curb and that's it. No, FR won't be better. So, well, Mercedes and BMW will be good in the dry part. So Mercedes and BMW are probably the meta cars in the dry. But when it gets wet, I don't think they will be. I don't think at all, to be honest. Mercedes isn't too bad in the wet. Don't know about the BMW, though. I imagine the BMW very tricky in wet conditions. Where's Lewis? Gone. Oh no, oh yeah, he's gone. Yeah, isn't Viper good in the wet though as well? Did it remember on GT Sport? Wasn't on I don't know if it's translated to this game, but on GT Sport the Viper was insane in the wet conditions. It's not about the BOP that helps them in the wet really. It's more about the drivetrain. It's not really the BOP that. It's not really the BOP that is going to help them in terms of pace. It's more about the weight distribution on the cars. That's why MRs are quick, because of where the weight is. For some reason, this game, like, it gives an advantage to MR cars. It's not very realistic, to be fair, because I'm pretty sure in real life, like, Mercedes and that are pretty good in wet conditions and stuff. Yeah. The Fords could be good in the wet. The Supra, when I tried the Supra in wet conditions at Spa ages ago, that was pretty good in the wet conditions as well. I remember loads of people saying it was awful in the wet, but I was genuinely surprised at how good the Supra was in wet conditions. We haven't finished P16. So. Oh, so even though the track's dried nearly, he nearly went them. It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Like how, obviously, I think tomorrow will be a bit more, you play it a lot safer tomorrow, don't you? You play it a lot more safer, I think, tomorrow. Yeah, Viper, I don't know what it's like on this game, the Viper. I haven't tried it in the wet, so I've got no idea. Ah, someone! Thank you very much for the 5 gifted, you legend. Chat, always on the curb here. Appreciate the gift chat. Big thumbs up and legend right there for someone for the 5 gifted. Thank you very much for the support, legend. You know what to do, chat. Smash that legend mode. Yeah, Fento just pushes 100% all the time, doesn't he? I won't do that tomorrow. I'll probably play it quite safe, depending on what position I'm in, because in all honesty, if you come out in front on the dry in track chat, all you have to do is play it safe, because if someone wants to risk going on the wet line with dry tyres to overtake you, be my guest. Be my guest, because you'll just crash, in all honesty. You have to wait for the track to fully dry out, really, before you can go for a move, because you only have a very thin, dry line. To crash again in lap 27. Thank you so much for that, someone, man. Too much grey for him, chat. He said there's too much grey in the chat. Yeah, I think for the slot 1, that's going to be where the thing is, right? Slot 1, not everyone watches YouTube channels. Not everyone raced the last time this race was on. So we are in a little bit of an advantage that we all know what's going on. Like, you lot know what's going on with the strategy. Pit lap 12. Like, that is the safest way to do it. Some people might risk going longer and just spin off. And if you pick up damage, that's your race done and dusted, because you can't pit again until it dries out. It's going to be a good one, though. I'm hoping it's a good race. I wish there was more cars in this race. That's the only thing I'll say. That's one criticism I had of this race last time, was it got a bit boring. Like, our race was really entertaining because we had a car at the end spin, and I just got ahead of him, and then it was a battle to the finish, and I managed to hold on. But without that one car, it would have been no one for miles. Like, That's the only problem with this race, chat. It can just become a bit lonely because there's only 16 cars on the track. This is a perfect track, and combination with this length of race to have like 30 cars on track, it'd be amazing. Imagine a top split race with 30 cars on track, chat. That would be like 30 cars split 2, 30 cars split 1. That's also another way they could fix the points, you know. You know, if they can make more cars in the lobbies, that will fix the point system a little bit, because if all the top drivers are in the top split, the points are going to be that high that split 2 will have some really low rank in it. Like, you'll have like rank 59 and 60 in there. So the points will be so much lower in the second split that it won't be anywhere near as much as like top split. That is the answer. That's the answer for Gran Turismo 8, if they can get 30 cars on track to fix the GT World Series point system. Because I think with more cars, it'd work out better. It wouldn't be on this game. It'd be on Gran Turismo 8. There's no reason why this game can't do 30 cars though, man. I mean, we had 24 on GT Sport and it ran fine. So GT Sport had 24 player lobbies, chat, and it worked pretty much. You know, there was a few disconnections every now and then, but the actual lobbies worked all right when they were going, they were fine. So there's no reason why Gran Turismo 8 can't have 30 cars. No reason at all. Yeah, I know it didn't have the dynamic time and weather, but PS4 also had a lot less capability than the PS5 and the PS5 Pro when it comes out. So, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they can use that power now, because there will be no PS4 version for the next Gran Turismo, will there? It'll be purely 100% focused on PS5. You say that, but I still think there's something behind why it's doing that, PO. I feel like there's a reason behind why it's dropping frames. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something they haven't optimized, because some tracks don't have an issue, some tracks do. There's clearly something causing it. PD skill issue. PD skill issue. Oh dear. I nearly died. Well, I did die on the final chicane. Like, I hit the curb and that was it. I was gone. Instant snap. It's when you're following. When I was following you, Meta, it just really, like, there was just no grip. It just understeers into the curbs all the time. But it's going to be tricky tomorrow, chat. You're going to have to really put your safety heads on and just. My advice though is do time trial practice. I think that's the way to do this. You know, I might even do it tonight. What do you reckon, chat? Do a race simulation on time trial tonight, and like obviously we'll have fuel on board, but just do a full simulation of the race just in time trial and see how it goes. Might give people more of an idea of just how wet it'll be and stuff like that. I know it'll only be me driving around on track for 1 hour and 30, but it might be better for you lot to see exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, I think if you can get in the lead, it's going to be almost impossible until the track's fully dry to even think about going for a move, because there's nothing you can do really in them conditions, especially with that wind as well. It's tricky. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it tonight. I know we might not get loads of people watching. Who cares? At the end of the day, I think I want to try and show the people that obviously you could watch my race from last time, and I'm pretty sure there's a video on the channel of that race, possibly. But some people might not be able to find it, and they probably can't be bothered. So we'll do a race practice in time trial. We'll just run a race simulation, 35 laps, and see how it goes. Yeah, it's going to be better than this, even though. So all that you'll have to remember is in the race, you're just going to be a bit slower. it won't really change that much. The car will probably be, if anything, the car will be more stable in the race because of the fuel on board. No, it doesn't work like that, Martin. No, don't do that. Whatever, yeah, just right, chap. Remember, they fix, in lobbies, it's different to the real race. The track doesn't do that drying up anymore. So, gone are the days where you want to be like P4, 5, 6. Them days have gone. You want to be in P1 and in clean air. It's better to be at the front. So, yeah, try and... yeah, there's... If anyone wants to check out the stream of the last race, Antomics has just linked it there. So, that's the stream. I think we won that race. And you'll get a rough idea of when to pit and stuff. You'll probably see on that one, I pitted lap 13 and lost a lot of time. So, lap 12's a safer way. Yeah, it is meta. That's what I said. I still wish this would have been dynamic weather. Like, or even if they would have made like 8 scripted patterns. Do you know what I mean? But it was one of them 8 and you don't know what one you get. Just something that, you know, so that the race isn't too dramatic, like chaotic, but like there's a plan to it. But it could start wet and then dry out, or start dry and then go wet at the end, or the middle like it does in this one. Like just different ways. And then, yeah, fully dynamic could have been chaos in all fairness, because if it was fully dynamic, you could have like torrential rain and chaos and stuff like that. So, should we do a bit of qualifying practice now, chat? Let's do a bit of qualifying practice. Let's just load that up and we'll do a little 45 minutes of just practicing quali now. Pick up the pace a bit and try and get them lap times down a bit. Yeah. Pio, you're such a tit. Who bloody made Pio a mod, chat? What absolute knobhead thought that Pio should be a mod? Gotta get back used to the dry now. You're right, old Welsh gamer. True, Squids, that would be me. You're right, Bradley, mate. You're flying in that Porsche, see, on the time trial. I haven't really done a lap yet on that. I think I can squeeze a 59 in the actual session, but... yeah, seeing you flying, you're looking very good. When did you get your wheel back, by the way, Bradley? I know you had to get it returned, didn't you? Did it take long to get it back? To be fair, in the other regions, there is no guinea pigs for this race because we all know what's going to happen. There's not many people are not going to be aware of the weather for this race. Pretty much everyone knows what it's going to do. So I think most people have that sauce, like we've got it sauce. Everyone kind of knows what's going to happen tomorrow, so. I should have saved that replay for some, a screen. I'm a knobhead. I should have saved the replay of the last race. Could have got the thumbnail for tomorrow sorted. Run wide. Ah, you got a replacement. Have you had any issues with your what firmware are you running on yours? Oh shit, don't do that. What firmware are you running on your wheel, Bradley? I'm running the beta one. My advice is probably don't put the beta one on there. I'd probably go back to the like one of the original ones. You'll have the gear shift issue every now and then, but on mine, the whole wheel disconnects now, and it's worse. Oh shit. The DD Pro's a good wheel, yeah. DD Pro's a good wheel. Anyone who double accounts, you lose your points. I don't know if they're checking for that now, Attacker. I presume they're checking people's like addresses, like IPs and that. I would hope they are. Yeah, are you on the beta one though, Bradley? That's not the one I'm on. I'm on a beta one. You have to download from the website. Don't do it. Oh no, I've pushed way too much there. What am I doing? So there's the latest one on the actual control panel isn't too bad. That's the one where your gear shifts go. But I'm on the beta one, which is you have to go on their website and download it from there, and then install it onto the thingy, like the what do you call it? You have to put it onto the like the update manager thing. So yeah, it just causes the whole wheel to disconnect, that one. Yeah, you'll have the gear change swearing though. You're right, Terry. How are you, mate? So yesterday we did a 2-minute flat, didn't we? We did 2-minute flats around there. We're aiming for the 59. I would, in all honesty, Bradley, I wouldn't download the beta one. I really wouldn't do it. I'd stick to the one you've got, because the gear shift bug is better to have than the one I've got, because at least you can turn your wheel off and back on, and the auto drive will take over. On mine, if the wheel disconnects, you're out. That's it. You'll crash into the wall and you'll die, and that'll be your race over. Damien, thank you for the 5-month legend. Boom, 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 boom. Let me hear you say whoa. Tit. He's trying to get me to sing. He's trying to get me to sing, chat. Thank you very much, Damien, for the 5-month legend. He nearly got me then, chat. He nearly got me. I think we can get I'm pretty sure I can get a 159. We should be able to do it, like, if I don't do this constantly. I just need to get back in the rhythm now of these dry conditions. Why is there no donut zero? Someone help, Theo. Whoever's in that Porsche. No, he's got out of the way anyway, thank you. A little bit slow in the first sector. Damien, thank you for the dono as well. Boom, boom. Let me hear you say PO. Thank you very much, Damien, you legend. Appreciate the support, mate. Oh, I've just messed that corner up. That's awful. That was terrible. What am I doing? Lost a tenth at least, maybe two there. That was shocking. No, you can, but you can't. Like, the problem is, Flash. So we tested it yesterday. You can do it, but the issue is the constant that. So R04 is too light. It barely even goes over intermediate conditions, which isn't going to be the same for the race tomorrow, because the full inter conditions tomorrow, the inters goes about 70%. Well, no, about between 40 and 60% it goes to on the bar, and so it's too low. You need more rain. However, R05 goes into the blue. It actually has a bit of blue on there on R05 constant. So there's no correct setting that gives you the right weather, and it's fucking annoying because that's what we tried to do yesterday. We tried to make it so that it'd just be just a whole race of just into 65% like on the thing. It goes literally from the bar all the way over it. There's no in between. It's so frustrating. Like, but PD logic, chat. Why? They literally don't give you a proper intermediate setting to practice. The best way to do it, Flash, honestly, the best way to do this race is just do the time trial and just run it right through us. We're going to do it later. I'm just going to run a whole race simulation in the time trial. The best practice to do is like Calstone and Atomics said, just do time trial. Don't do lobby practice. I'm going to do it tonight. I'm not going to do any more lobby after this. I might do a bit of no, I'm just going to do time trial for qualifying as well. Just don't waste your time with lobby. I don't think it's the way to do it. Just do the time trial. Just run it through. You only have to run up to lap... What does it dry? Is it lap 25, chat? I think it dries on around lap 25, doesn't it? You don't really need to run. Once it starts drying, that's just about keeping it on the dry line. The main part is obviously getting used to the transition like of the wet, like, and then how it dries out and when you need to pit. That's the most important part. Like figuring out when you're gonna pit for the dries. Yeah, I think I went lap 25 last time, if I remember. I'm sure I went lap 25, but I'd probably go earlier now. I feel a bit more confident with the drying conditions now. Ah, that's terrible. What a donkey. Yeah, we know that, Stephen. We all know that because we've raced the race before. We're talking about laps, so because we know exactly the lap. We raced this race last was it last year? Last year we raced this race. It's the exact same race, mate. So when it starts raining, it's not. I don't think Flash. He wants to learn to drive in the wet conditions and just get used to it. So it's normally in time trial, Flash. What I would say is pit lap 12. The 12th lap in your time trial is pit, probably. And that'll give you a rough idea of when you're going to do it in the actual session. So pit lap 12, inters on, and then I think you drive to like lap 24, 25, depending on when you feel comfortable. Yeah, I'm talking about time trial as well. The time trial replicates the race, mate. Time trial's the same weather as the race. There's no difference. Alright. Come on. That was too much drifting. That'll lose me time. I lost too much in the middle, way too much. Oh, my foot slipped on the brake. Did you see that? My foot slipped and it jolted forward. This race is just about playing it pretty safe in general, especially in the lower lobbies. Like top split, they'll have to push like crazy because it's so competitive. But I think in like split 3, 4, and 5, keep it safe is going to be very important, like really important. Right, let's go for another lap because I've messed this lap up. iRacing, after the GTWS series is finished. Once GTWS series is over, I'll get back on iRacing. Right, let's go for another lap. Yeah, literally survive. You really want to be top 5 though, because you have the drier track. You have slightly drier conditions when it starts raining. I brake too much there. Flip that. We're not racing, chat, by the way. We're just practicing qualifying here. I keep losing too much on that corner. We're only doing a little bit longer here now, and then we'll be back live tonight and do a race run on time trial. Lost too much on that second sector. I messed that 130R up, so there is a chance you can gain a bit through there. Yeah, I gained a 10th and a half on that. So I lost quite a bit on that 130, didn't I, before? Oh, trying to push too much. Bad laps are getting me low 2 minutes now anyway. That's positive, because I think if we can hit a reasonably solid lap, we should be able to get in the 59s. Yeah, I think we're not going to do too much longer now. I'm going to do a practice stream tonight. So what we're going to do... What are we going to do here? I'm trying to think. Yeah, what I'm going to do, chat, is I'm going to get the gym early. And then... get the gym early. Pick the kids up. And then we'll run... I don't know what we're going to do with this, whether... I know it's not the most exciting thing to watch, doing time trial and just doing a race run in time trial later, but I think it's the best way to get used to it. I feel like that's... Not only are you going to get your qualifying practice in on the first few laps, you're getting your proper dry stint practice in, then you're getting your wet stint practice, and then you're getting your wet to dry practice in. Who's Karen, Stephen? I don't think I've quit out of a race yet in GTWS series. I think I've parked it. We've parked it, but that's not rage quitting. There was no point carrying on in the races where in the races like that last slot, there was no point. That was it. Our race was done once we got damaged, so we just parked it. To be fair, the luck I've had in this Nations and Manufacturer, like the menu so far, I think a lot of people would have probably have done more than rage quit. My luck has been awful, so yeah. If you get damage in these races, chat, even this one, if you pick up damage like the start of the wet weather or something, if you get damage off another car, that you're pretty much done, because you can't pit. You've got to drive 13, 14 laps until you can pit again. It's gonna be pretty much done and dusted. If you get damaged, you're screwed basically. Yeah, I mean, the penalties have been a bit of a bitch, but it's more the getting taken out by other cars. it's more the getting wiped out of a race by other cars crashing that's been the issue. Like, we had it happened at Nordschleife, it happened on Thingy's race on Wednesday. We got took out by Atomics when we were in a good position as well there. It's been unlucky. But Nations was like that as well, wasn't it? Remember the start when someone crashed at the start? Literally spun, hit the wall and hit me out. It's just been constant, like every race, just something like that happening. What's that? Old mate? What are you asking? Are you asking a question? Yeah. How long is GT2's weather? I mean, how long is the race in GT2? I don't know how long the race is in GT2. But I think you'll get similar weather, I think. It will just it might not dry out in yours, I don't know. Don't know how long the race is. Oh, you're on about Nico. Nico lost the points. Oh, it's only 15 laps, so it just rains at the end of their race. Right. So it only rains at the end of their race. So yeah, Nico got like squeezed Baptist. He hit him, he pushed him. He went into the side of his car, like knocked Baptist wide and then took the position and then obviously lost that round because of it. So yeah, that was Nico that lost the points for that one. Yeah, they'll probably get, what, 10 laps on... Is it like 10 laps in the dry? 10 laps in the dry, maybe 11. And then they'll probably get the remainder in wet, won't they? It'll just be inters for the remainder in GT4. 10 or 11 in the dry, and then the rest of it will be wet run into the finish for them. Yeah, our qualifying looks alright. Like, even without focusing, our pace isn't bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure a hooked up lap will get us a 59. So, fingers crossed, we can just get a decent qualifying. This is a track where people, in general, if you get a solid lap in, you'll start pretty high up there because a lot of people make little mistakes here and there at Suzuka. What are you on about, Ritaka? What? It's such a waste letting us drive what? What do you mean? 2 minutes behind Dirty Air. What do you mean? 20 minutes behind Dirty Air. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. You mean like the dry stint? I mean, that's race. That's. I mean, it is hard to overtake, but that's just how it is, isn't it? I mean, I found it before. You as soon as you're 8 tenths behind, 7 tenths behind, you get too much wash off on the front. You reckon 30, not 35? I think they've done it because it fully dries out at the end and it goes into that sunset, doesn't it? So the end of the race is in a sunset. So they've tried to make it replicate like the sunset. It did look amazing last time. I remember the game looked incredible last time when we ran this race. So I think they wanted to create a visual thing with it as well. That's why they did the 35 laps. So it goes into the evening. No, he's not talking about the GT2 race because GT2 don't have any dirty air in Group 4. You can, well, you do have a little bit, but it's not like you're going to struggle for overtaking in Group 4. Yeah, it was 35 laps last time, Bradley. It's the exact same race. So the weather hits at lap 12 is a safe option for pitting onto the inters. Lap 13 is risky. The only way you can do lap 13 pit is if you qualify P1 or 2 and you really push and you do some really good lap times and then you take a risk. You have to take it really sensible on spoon. you can gain a bit if you get it right, but in general, the safest way to do it is pit lap 12. I mean, to be fair, I've never come across a game that iRacing and ACC both are easier to follow in. That's what I would say. Like, he is right in the way that it is over exaggerated in this game. Like, it is 100% over exaggerated. Like, if you play ACC, iRacing, any other sim out there, you don't get the understeer that you get on Gran Turismo when you follow. And I think it's a physics thing. I think it's because of the physics of Gran Turismo why it feels so bad. They might simulate it fairly correctly, but because of the physics and the tyre model, it just doesn't work very well. Like, Group 2 is awful. It's absolutely awful. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I mean, I'll be running this car that's got them on anyway, but make sure you don't pick a car that's not got... that's just got hard tyres or something, because you'd be screwed. Nah, it's nothing's changed at all. Nothing. It's the exact same race, mate. No, honestly, you know what I mean? Nothing's changed. We've already been into time trial and people have checked it. It's exactly the same weather. Identical all the way through. The oldest, she's just got she dislocated the knee, but it went back in after she did it, so she's just limping around like me now. A family of everyone limping. I enjoy them. Like the competition aspect of it is really good. Like, you don't get... What I would say is you might get stressed, but that's a part of the more competitive racing, isn't it? Like, if you're... That's... I know it sounds stupid, but getting that adrenaline at the start of a GTWS Series race, or that adrenaline when you're in a battle, is not the same as when you're doing a daily race, because in daily races, I couldn't give a shit. Like, it's a daily race. No one cares. Just chilled. Like, and even then, like, I mean, you might get pissed off in a daily, but you don't get as... It's not the same as a GTWS Series. It's hard to explain, but in a GTWS Series race... Even if you're not trying to qualify, it's just the that added element of competition. It really makes a difference to how you're feeling. Yeah, you're stressed, but you enjoy it. It's a weird thing, but you do enjoy that, like, competitive side of it. And yeah, my favorite races out of all races are the GTWS Series when they're going well. But I've had some bad luck. This official season's been a nightmare for me. I've had, like, cars wiping me out. Going, like, and Tomic's it wasn't his fault, but it was his fault, but it wasn't on purpose. It was an accident. He drove on the grass, braked, spun, hit my car, took me out. Stuff like that has just been constant, and it does get annoying. Like, Nordschleife, car in front, bins it, takes me out. Daytona, car in front, crashes into the wall, hits me out on lap 1. It's just crazy how much we've had. It should be fun, Snowbound. You should still have fun as long as you get yourself used to the condition. Like, do a little bit of a practice. Nothing too, like, you know, you don't have to go too hardcore if you're low A+ and that. Just get yourself some time trial practice. Get your strategy sorted. You'll enjoy it, mate, because it's not like a daily race. You end up racing people similar level. So in daily races, you could have an A+ driver that's like nearly 90k. An A+ driver that's 60k, and then A rank driver that's like 40k, all in one race. In a GTWS Series race, everyone's DR is normally within a 5k, like it's normally around 5 to 6, 7K radius. So you haven't got that drastic difference in drivers. So it's a lot closer. It's a lot more. It's a lot more fun, I think, because you know you gain a 10th in quality in a GTWL series race, and you can gain 4 or 5 positions. In the daily, it's not like that, is it? Like you just sit there and do time trial and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Someone like stress is a part of like any competitive, like even though it's just like it's like when people say it's just a game, why are you getting so annoyed? Like it might just be a game, but it still like pisses you off if something doesn't go right. Like it's if you're competitive, then it'll piss you off. It's just the way of life. Everyone's competitive, I think. If you're not competitive, then don't know, maybe you just not got that competitive edge. A lot of people will have that competitive edge. They want to do well, and that's just how life is, isn't it? Yeah, like so for example, let me just come out of here. I was in, so the first race of the day, I lost a bit in that last race, didn't I? I was on about 80k, but I lost a bit in the last race because we got the damage at the end. We parked it in the pits, so we're on about, I don't know, 79, 80. That'll be split 4, and I think the first race will be split 4, and it'll probably be like 360, 370 points, and you're looking at what people's DR in that race will probably be between 75 and 80, and then we'll probably go into split 3 for the one after that, and it'll probably be, if we have to do another one, and then it'll be between like 78 and 84, 85k in that, and then or 83, something like that. It's a very narrow DR range in GTWL series races because more people enter it. It's way more people taking part. There's people you never see in dailies doing it. Yeah, I know what you mean, Snowbound, but you should be all right if you, especially with it being your first races, just take it like just go in there just to experience what it's like to do the GTWL series. If you've never done a GTWL series race, you're missing out on like probably the best part of GT. In all honesty, chat, daily races are a bit boring. Like, got to be said, hasn't it? Daily races, in comparison to GTWL series, daily races are boring because the GTWL series races in general are a bit longer. There's strategy in a lot of them. They're more competitive. They have in-session qualifying. They have proper in-session qualifying, and yeah, it's just more like enjoyable in general. Do you reckon there's a lot not doing this? I don't know. Like, I think the Mercedes will be good. Aston Martin's going to be good. BMW is going to be good. All the MR cars are probably going to race it, aren't they? I think it'll be reasonably competitive. I don't know. I think some people will find it too long, though. Some people won't want to do the long race. Yeah, that's exactly Welsh Gamer. It's more tense, these GTWL series races. Well, we've got an hour and a half of hard tyre and wet tyres tomorrow, Rob. Oh, is there people? I'm ending this lobby now anyway. I'm ending the lobby in a bit anyway. Yeah. There you go. I'm gonna be ending in a minute, but yeah, if he's just driving around on auto drive, why people are trying to get laps in, that's why we keep it to A+ and A. Yeah, daily A is where you, if you want to farm SI, just go to daily A. Never, if you ever need to farm SR, just go daily A. DR's off, so just go to the back of the grid, just cruise around at the back on your own. Just literally take it nice and easy. I haven't quit races, Pio. I haven't quit races, look. We didn't quit, mate. We parked it in the garage. We parked it, but it's nothing to do with not being a good sport. If you've crashed into a wall with heavy damage on, chat, and you've got 3 laps left, and you either drive around on your own and finish 16th, or park it in the pits and finish 16th. When you're that pissed off, I'd rather just take the route of calming down and calling off. 100%, just call it off, park it in the garage and call off. Definitely. Like, heavy damage at the moment, if you pick up heavy damage in some of these races, that's your race done and dusted. There's no point carrying on. You might as well just park it up, because you're not getting anything out of the race. You're 30-40 seconds behind, and it's just a waste of time. You're best just relaxing and calling off, really, and just letting it. If there's no chance of getting, if you're in a position where you can maybe get a top 6 still, then obviously carry on, or a top 10 or whatever, you know, carry on. But if you're going to be dead last by like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, park it and just chill. Just like when we got took out at Nordschleife, I just went. I mean, we carried on in that one though. I think, did I? I think I ended up carrying on in that one, and like just driving. But I think we did all right after that. We actually fought back to a decent position at Nordschleife. But yeah. Then the wheel died on the last slot, which was fun. The wheel died. The wheels died on me in 2 races, hasn't it? We had Nordschleife and we had Trial Mountain, the final qualifying. It died on me. So annoying. Yeah, you can lose a little bit of less DR, but if you're on lap 17 out of 20, like we were on lap 17 out of 20, so we had 2.5 laps left when we crashed at Deep Forest, and we picked up damage on the left front tire and the front, which would have needed. We would have been losing like 2.5 to 3 seconds a lap, and we spun them. Yeah, so there was, in that situation, there's no point. I was pissed. There's no point just carrying on. Like, it was literally right at the end. That was on Deep Forest. We should have, to be brutally honest, our pace in that last race was really good. We should have been coming away with 360, 370 there, because we weren't losing pace to people like Maxime and that. We were absolutely flying on the... because I changed the gears. The first 2 races, we were holding second gear. I started to use first gear for rotation, and I just instantly, in the race, was going quicker. Our race pace was like 3 tenths a lap quicker. We were flying. It's a shame that I didn't start doing that in slot 1 and 2. But yeah, this race is going to be good. Last time we won this, chat. We won this race last time in McLaren, so let's see if we can get a result this time, tomorrow. It's going to be... I'm hoping we're in a lower... Like, not in split 2. I don't think we'll be split 2. I'm hoping we'll be split 3 or 4. So, if we're in one of them, we can get a good qualifying in. I think we can get a result. The wet weather is going to be tricky, though. That's where I'll need to try and find the wet line and... find some pace somehow. Yeah, that's why I always say, isn't it, when you're doing dailies, it's better to finish P4 and 5 for 6 races in a row than to have 3 wins and then crash in 3 and finish last. So it's better for your DR to be consistent than it is to have 3 race wins and then 3 like right at last place because you crash. That's why if you want to try and if you're trying to boost DR, the best way to do it is really get a good qualifying lap in, and then just to aim on consistency, consistent finishes in dailies. That's the best way to boost your DR. If you have 1 bad race, it will take you 2 races to fix it. He'll hack the wheel, yeah. But anyway, chat, it's is it 12 o'clock? It's 12 o'clock. Bloody hell. Right. So I need to get a shower, pick the little one up, I don't have to pick the missus up from work tonight because she's not on a late. Don't know what time we'll start the second stream. I think we're going to do the race run practice. I think we're going to run in time trial. We're going to run some practice races. Just like we're going to do maybe 2. Like have a break, like do 1, have a break, and then do another one, and just really get ourselves used to the transition change of the weather. It's the best way to do it, chat. I would love to be able to do a lobby with everyone in it, but unfortunately we can't replicate the settings because PD don't give us the ability to. It's a shame. It is a shame that there is no option there. Oh, let's leave this anyway. Yeah, it's snowbound. That's we've had that on. Remember the first straight at Daytona? That really pissed me off. When the car spun, hit the wall, and then wiped me out. That was really, really frustrating. That grade PO is not until the 25th. Apparently, we have to wait all the way till the 25th for grade PO. It's a long wait, but I'm willing to wait out for it. I'm willing to wait that long. He's a member until 2024, till 2034. Yeah. He's got 7 days left, chap. He'll get chat. He'll get it straight away, chap. I'll put a bet on, chat. Right. I will put a bet with you now that he'll get the first gifted membership on his day when he loses it. The first gifted that is gifted, whenever it is on whatever day, Pio will get it. He is that kind of lucky, I'm telling you. 100%. See, this is where, right? See all this settings here, right? With the weather, you know, like that's got all the settings in. There should be an option here that says save these settings. And then you go into your lobby and it replicates that setting. It literally just copies that setting into a setting for the lobby. Everything's the same then, and then you can just practice it. But yeah, they still haven't done that. Are you still going on about the dirty air attacker? I don't mind. I mean, you will be able to overtake here. There will be there will be people making mistakes. There will be opportunities in this race. I think it'll be a fun race, Ritaka. You've got one of the best cars anyway, Ritaka. For God's sake. You've literally got one of the most OP cars for the track. So you'll be all right, Ritaka, man. Chill. You'll probably get good points here. It's not bad in the wet, though. It's not bad in the wet, though, is it? It's probably tricky, but it's still good. Still a good car. You get insane acceleration out of corners, so you could probably get close to overtaking on this track here. Wow. I mean, Porsche is good, but Mercedes is even quicker on some corners. I think, didn't Baptist do really well in the wet conditions at Spa when they had that race in the GT in the World Finals? Wasn't Baptist up there with the Porsche and that? I'm pretty sure the Mercedes is pretty good. I'm sure the Mercedes is up there in the wet conditions. It might be tricky to drive, but I know that it's got potential. No, that was the AMG, Ritaka. That was the AMG. That was the new one at Spa. I'm sure it was, wasn't it? And even then, the new one's better than the old one, so the new one's better than the old one. So yeah, you should be even better then if it was the old one. I'm pretty sure 2020 was it 2022? Don't know. Yeah, the new one's better than the old one anyway, so you should be even quicker. Oh dear. You'll be fine in that. I think the Mercedes would be really quick. I think it'll be really, really quick. Was it last? Is that all? Was it only a year ago? The AMG 20. Yeah, the new one's quicker anyway. I'm better in the wet. I think it's got more rotation, hasn't it? It rotates better in the wet. So yeah, I think the Mercedes will have no problems in the wet. I would rather be in the BMW. Sorry, I'd rather be in the Mercedes than the BMW. I think the BMW will be tricky in the wet, possibly. Although, actually, I don't know. What's the BMW like now in the way? I don't know if it's any better now if the BOP changes. It might actually be a bit better. So yeah, no, he's not banking on the older car being faster. He just don't worry, someone. He's just on about the 2022 Spa race. But anyway, chat, I'm gonna jump in the shower. Feel free to smash that. I forgot about the like button today. Feel free to smash that like button. It helps us out massively. But I'm gonna jump in the shower and we're gonna do this time trial run through the race later and find out, like, as far as I know, it's an exact replica, so it'll just get us a feel for the race, and then yeah, I don't know what we'll do after that. We'll see. Might not do too much, like I say. I don't want to overdo it today with the long races tomorrow, because an hour and a half will hurt my arm a bit with the elbow. So take it a bit easy today. Make sure that we're not going to be hurting tomorrow, because we might have to do basically 5 hours of constant racing tomorrow, pretty much, if we have to do all 3 slots, which is going to be draining, very draining. So yeah, let's take it easy today, and then we'll make sure that we're in good thingy for tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be back live. I don't know what time, chat, because I'm probably gonna have to make the dinner. I don't know if the missus. I'll message the missus. She might be back in time, but I'll see. Probably gonna be anywhere from between 4:30, 5ish to 6ish, and we'll do a quick test run and see how it is for this race. But yeah, I'll see you all later on. Thank you for coming in. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the evening stream. Have a great one, chat. And make sure you sub if you haven't done so that you don't miss the evening stream. I'll see you then, chat. Thank you for the gifted and the super chats, by the way, legends. See you later on. Bye.